25 months, brother. So faster leveling was something players wanted on Classic Fresh, but don't play TBC. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second, yep. Mastery is now the surviving and completing. All right, anyway, let's keep going. With that in mind, we're planning a few changes to make those early. So already, do you think this is a good change, guys? To try to make Classic WoW at a surface level harder. Like, you'll see in a second, they're just making the bosses have more HP and stuff. But, okay, with that in mind, we're planning a few changes to make those early raid bosses pack a bit more of a punch and attempt to recapture the original challenge they presented. These changes currently include, but are not limited to, world buffs like Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer and others disabled in raid instances. So here's another thing. There is a percentage of people, I know for a fact that majority of you in the chat hate world buffs. You hate them. You think that they're terrible. But there is a percentage of people who love vanilla and are really into that vanilla raiding mindset and enjoying world buffs. And in their mind, it's almost like the hardcore challenge to them. I'm not one of them, by the way. Like I'm not dying on any hill to keep world buffs in the game. But to those people, they like the stakes. There's something at stake. It's not just always value. It's not always just a gain, right? If you die with your world buffs, it's a big deal, and there's some sort of punish, and they enjoy that dimension of raiding in Vanilla WoW, and that is one of the unique characteristics, love it or hate it, I think it's toxic or it's great, in there. So I do know some people that already, that is kind of a bummer to them. So this is as opposed to having the Chrono Boon, is my impression, right? So there would be no Chrono Boon. What do you guys think about that? Do you think the Chrono Boon would be better? Or do you like just straight up no world buffs and raid instances? Because the thing is, you're trying to make these raids harder, but how much harder are they really gonna be, man? Like, we're still gonna crush them. You're just gonna be crushing them slightly. It's still happening. Yeah, it's still happening. Well, they're just totally, there's no Oxylate. Yo, Oxylate. I like the Chrono Boon myself, even if I was able to get Rend with MC Cap. Yeah, I mean, one of the coolest things and the juiciest, tastiest aspects of Vanilla WoW, and if you played Vanilla WoW for a long time, you start to gravitate towards this direction, and it's like Fury Warrior. DPS Warrior in Vanilla is insane, right? It's like it's the Porsche, it's the Lamborghini, it's the Maserati, it's the high-end performance vehicle of Vanilla WoW, and it's incredible what they can do. You see bigger numbers in Vanilla than you do in TBC. Maybe not anymore. But anyway, let's just keep going. Restoring mechanics that were removed early onto some raid bosses. This is interesting. I mean, this seems kind of cool, actually. Restoring mechanics that were removed early. That seems kind of cool. No boss debuff limit. Up from 16 debuffs in WoW Classic. So this one I'm kind of on the same page with, right? That does seem kind of good. I'm trying to rack my brain right now for what the con would be to this, but I think that's just kind of good, man. Like it'll allow for a little bit more flexibility in these raids. A little bit, like, there's some really, really bad things about Vanilla in the sense where if you're a Warlock, you really can't use half your kit because you're just relegated to only being able to use one curse. You can't use Corruption. You can't use Imp ISB even. So that's kind of nice. Increased health on bosses to offset player buffs. And remove debuff limit. Okay. Our intent with these changes is for the experience to feel somewhat more challenging than WoW Classic did. Okay. Due to Season of Mastery's faster content release cadence, we're also planning several improvements and changes. These include faster leveling. And this is really the main one. This is the main point, the main pain point for me. And yeah, we're just gonna try to unravel it. The faster leveling, it really bothers me, guys. I have this PowerPoint I started making some points about. There's some miscellaneous points in no particular order. But I do feel like reducing the amount of XP, of making it take less XP to get to 60. What they're actually doing, if you see here, is look, they actually put Burning Crusade Classic in italics TM. They're planning to set the XP rates, at least for the quests, so that they are Burning Crusade Classic TM. I don't know, it almost philosophically bothers me, man. Because they're taking Burning Crusade and putting it into vanilla, I almost just want to let vanilla be. The formula for vanilla leveling is proven. I think Melderon said a few hours ago, vanilla WoW leveling is an institution. I think a lot of us look back on vanilla and now like sort of value the leveling experience more. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you in the chat feel that way, right? Because now we can play DVC, just look back, and a lot of us miss it. And vanilla is like this comfy game. It's more of a sandbox, RPG, atmosphere, music, the vibe, open world PvP, whatever floats your boat. And that leveling is not the minority of content. It's not what you rush through to 60. It is the majority of it, right? It's like 80% of it. And then you have this icing on the cake that you can dabble in as well. So the implications of faster leveling, I do believe, are vast and far-reaching. I could freestyle a couple off the top of the head, but let's just think about it. So if it's faster to level, the world seems smaller, correct? You can skip zones. Maybe you don't have to go to Desolace. Maybe you only have to complete the half of Stranglethorn Vale. Maybe you don't have to go to Shimmering Flats or Ashen Vale, whatever. So you're missing out on a lot of zones, a lot of flight paths. But the other thing is that, so the world is going to feel smaller. And I was asking the other day, oh no, I wasn't asking. It was actually Ampy from Grizzly. He's just a gamer, man. He's not really into the politics or anything like that. He's just a gamer, and he keeps it 100. And he was talking in a channel, basically saying why he does miss vanilla and some of the issues with TBC. And let me know if you feel the same way. In his mind, one of the problems with TBC is that the world feels tiny. Even though these zones are inspired and they're colorful and there's rich and there's nodes and there's lots of stuff you could potentially do, the fact you're flying around on 290% speed, or if you're on a glad mount, 320% speed, you're just zipping around the world. Like just takes no time at all, right? And it ends up feeling very hollow. So when the world feels smaller, Classic feels huge, right, compared to TBC. So the world feeling smaller, I think, is one atmosphere. They also, you'll see in this this post, they made it so summoning stones can summon people. And again, I feel like such a boomer saying it, but that's going to make, it's cheapening the world a bit, right? And I know warlocks can summon people, but in TBC, you see how lazy people are, right? Everyone just like kind of just doesn't really, can't be bothered, right? They'll just get summoned at the stone, no problem. And they're putting that in, And a lot of the feeling I have towards a lot of these changes is just sort of like, there are two buckets of changes. There's like no changes, and there's like changes, which seems like an oxymoron. But there's some changes you can make to the game that don't feel like they're altering like the fabric of the game or the formula or the pacing, and there's some that do. And for me, leveling is very much one of those ones that feels like it's really like significantly altering the pacing of the game. So yeah, less flight paths, less zones experienced. What else do I have on here? Let me look at the chat and get caught up. Summoning stones will kill the game. Feel like less people in the world. Walking to dungeons isn't content. I don't know, dude. A lot of people think they hate leveling and can't stand it, but low-key kind of like miss it, or at least value the experience as a rite of passage, And it seems like masochistic, to run to the dungeon. But like the formula, the sum total of all the factors in Vanilla WoW make it a very special and the best game of all time. So it's just like a dangerous, slippery slope if you start messing with the formula. Now, as a leveling Andy, if they just rolled back the leveling changes and they kept some of that endgame stuff the same, man, headache gone instantly. I'd be hype again. I really am. I would be hype again. But this really does bother me, boys, and I'm curious to get your feedback on it as well. And there's a lot more implications too. I haven't even thought about this for more than a day, but weapon progression is going to be all kind of janky, right? Some stuff may not be worth getting anymore because you're just leveling so fast. You're basically leveling like you're in the Burning Crusade in Vanilla WoW. And when you think about Vanilla WoW as like the leveling place for WoW, like that's when leveling was at its strongest and the majority of the content. So when you reduce the experience, it feels like you're cheapening the experience. Thoughts? I know my camera's washed out, brother. I'm moving soon, so I have nothing in my room right now. Anyone saying just playing Classic Era is missing the point. Fresh to play with populated servers. The majority of people wouldn't raid MC and Phase 1 without the faster leveling since it's going to be short. But that's not even necessarily bad, though. It doesn't always have to be about maximum accessibility. I do think that's another charm of Vanilla. Some people back in the day couldn't do Naxxramas, and it felt like there was people to aspire to be on the servers, right? And like, it doesn't always have to be the most accessible thing to every people at every single person at all times. Sometimes it's okay for things to take a while or to be a bit painful. How can we maintain our fulfilling experience now? Stop comparing this to TBC. None of that says TBC Jesus. It's only Quest XP. Yeah, but look, it literally even says Burning Crusade Classic TM. It says it right there. I mean, they're changing it to be more in line with DBC. WoW Classic Season of Master 11 open beta beginning on October 5th. We look forward to hearing your feedback on these changes and many others as we continue to iterate them. Look forward to seeing your feedback. Ah, man. Quality of life updates. In addition, we're planning on introducing certain improvements that weren't in the original WoW Classic release, but that we think can help create a better experience, such as meeting stones converted to summoning stones, increased mining and herbalism nodes. So, I mean, all of this stuff is just lending itself to accessibility, sort of cheapening the experience. They're trying to get people that wouldn't normally play vanilla to want to play vanilla again. Where selfishly, I would want them to create this fresh server and just have a nice home, a jolt of life for people that are just passionate about vanilla WoW, with all of its flaws. Because those people are out there. We're a minority, but we love the game. It's I need to get closer. That would have been cooler to me, man. Where it was just a place to take care of those people and give them a server to look forward to and make it seasonal. So they would just re-release the server. And some people, that's not going to be worth it for them, They're not going to want to play it again. But that's okay. There's TBC, there's retail. Bring the stall race back, yeah. I mean, with the hardcore stuff, too, it's been feeling like we've been getting so much momentum recently, too, and building up this community. We're getting these Nost vibes. It's a really wholesome and nice place to play. And now we're a bit unsure as how to proceed, guys. We're not sure if playing on Classic Fresh is going to be the play, or if playing on Era, which would be the existing vanilla servers, So another thing that's a bit concerning about these new WoW Classic Season of Mastery servers is, in my mind, just being honest with you, it almost feels like they're cheapening the experience a bit, right? But what it's going to be is essentially, if you decide to play on Era instead of Season of Mastery, it would almost feel like you're playing the cheapened version of the game if you're playing Era, because the bosses will be harder on Mastery, right? And it'll be the most updated version of WoW Classic. Or what do you gain from a game that just launches seasons over and over? Cosmetic items? Yeah, no. Achievements, clout, whatever, whatever. Just like in real life, what are the main key performance indicators in life? Fame, clout, reputation, money, all these success, whatever. Like, yeah, you're turning kind of WoW into a skill set. If you just launch the game at a base level, over and over, maybe 3 times a year, twice a year, you have all the server first there that people love to chase on that side of the game. You have the original formula, so people can play hardcore. And another thing is, one of the strengths of vanilla WoW is that it's a sandbox, right? Or at least it's the most sandboxy version of WoW, unless you guys can think of another one. So, this is making it sort of less of a sandbox, and they're sort of serving you the dish in front of your face and pushing you a 3-course meal, as opposed to just sort of letting you go with the sandbox. And hardcore has been able to make use of the sandbox, so we can adjust the difficulty so it's as hard as we want. They're trying to make it like PoE with leagues. Oh, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for the seasonal aspect of it. I just, this whole tirade can be summed up of, please get rid of this, man. Please get rid of the faster leveling. Leveling is the majority of the content in vanilla WoW. Leveling, it is vanilla WoW, man. It's just messing with it at all. Even in the slightest bit, it's worrisome, man. What are the chances that we do get like a level 40 boost now with like a Venture Co Shredder mount or something? Anything is possible. Anything is possible at all. Leveling is the content. New blue post link. The HC community can make their own seasons, man. Don't throw away what you guys built for a hype job. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about it, right? Like that, what's the play? Do we go Era? If we go Era, it almost feels like you'd be slightly rejecting this as the new and improved version of vanilla WoW. Like, how many of you guys feel that this is... Oh, man, I'm gonna get fucking depressed looking at the chat, though. How many of you guys feel this is the new and improved, like, just better version of WoW, just across the board? I mean, just look at Twitter, man. It's gonna be the majority of you. I just know it. But...
That spell isn't ready.
Yeah. It's rough, boys. It's rough, man. I just feel like I just become more and more of a boomer, man. Just getting more and more niche with
More
what
Quest
I
XP kills
like.
the dungeon cleave better IMO, making the world actually feel more alive during leveling.
More Quest XP. I mean, they can kill the dungeon cleave meta in other ways, right? They can do that. Or even if as scuffed as it is, the dungeon cleave meta, right? With hardcore, we can still, you know, the community can come together and make any game mode they want. It doesn't have to be hardcore. You can come up with your own challenge, right? And you can rally a group of people to enjoy the fruits of the Vanilla WoW sandbox. You always have peace servers on your side? Yeah. I mean, I just felt like we were kind of getting somewhere with Blizzard Boys. Like, I felt like we were winning hearts and minds, like, starting to get conversations going with them, starting to have that two-way line of communication. And, I don't know what the play is, boys. We had a mod meeting today for the hardcore stuff to try to figure out what to do with the Road to Rag. And there's no decision made at this point. Everybody's, you know, just trying to, like, sleep on it and not, like, you know, have, like, a knee-jerk reaction. Let me change this no music. This reminds me of when they announced boosted 58s for TBC. You were the only one against it. You ended up being right. Nah, there's some other people against it, but yeah, I feel you. I mean, you did bring that up. I was watching, so I was watching BlizzCon live. I was streaming it just like now, right? I was with Def Camp Raze, and I had a knee-jerk reaction. I'm not like really great at concealing my emotions, as you can tell, right? Like, and I was really like upset by that 58 boost, and I almost got like borderline canceled. It felt like they put an S on my chest, a scarlet letter. People were saying, dude, you cringe, dude. You know, why does people's leveling experience matter to you? And I almost got like shamed into silence. I felt like I just could, you know, if I was just being honest, it would just be bad for my channel, bad for me, bad for everything, bad vibes. So you kind of just go through this roller coaster of emotion and then just come to accept it. And you just, you know, drink some copium and then go on with your day and just go, oh, it is what it is, man. What can you do, man? We're a $1 billion company. But I mean, what do you guys think about TBC? Did the boost have impact on TBC or no? I mean, there are some servers that are still packed to the brim, but I mean, do you feel that camaraderie with people on your TBC servers, man? For whatever it's worth, the PvP side of things is a bit toxic. It's a bit cold to the touch. I feel a bit demotivated to participate on the PvP side of things because it doesn't feel that warm, man. Like, there's a few people that look out for you, but I couldn't play TBC because of the boost. Absolutely had an impact on botting. Yeah. I mean, Vanilla WoW is a time-tested, proven, amazing formula. And it does have problems with it, for sure, but making these changes is a slippery slope, right? Because it suggests that this is a new and improved version of vanilla, and this is what we will see moving forward. And we're messing with the formula, right? The pacing of how fast you get a Voidwalker at 10. I mean, you look at TBC, right? And a lot of us tried hardcore on TBC. And for some people did enjoy it, some people are still enjoying it. But for some unknown reason, no one has been able to really articulate it that well, but the leveling in TBC just doesn't feel as good. I'm not exactly sure why, so that's what we're going to have in Classic WoW. It's going to be closer to that. I think they're only doing the values for XP, I mean for quests as opposed to like mobs. But you know, it could end up being like a 30% difference in terms of the speed up to max level. We have Shamans for Alliance. I can't tell if Carver is intentionally avoiding the new blue post. No, I'm sorry, man. I just haven't been able to keep up with the chat. Can you link it again, bro, or DM me or something? What is the new blue post? I'll bring it up right now. How is HC a made-up thing when it clearly exists? What's the difference between this and new seasonal classic existing? What's the difference between this and new seasonal classic existing in its own realm? Just like TBC classic exists in its own realm in terms of hardcore. Hardcore and era will always be hardcore. Well, the thing is, if you want to play vanilla with the original values and just play it like it was back in the day, it almost feels like you're playing the cheaper version of the game. Now there's this new and improved Classic Plus style thing, you know? I mean, a lot of this stuff, though, I can live with, man. Is there anything here that you guys really can't live with? Believe it or not, it may seem so stupid and silly to you, but the two things that I would want to see pushed back on this are the meeting stones. I know it's insane. It's insane. I'm a masochist. Say what you want. And the faster leveling. I feel like these two things will reduce the feel of the world. They'll make them feel a lot smaller, and the pacing will be jeopardized. The boost made you quit TBC. Oh, it didn't make me quit. I boosted myself, man. I'm equal parts gamer and entrepreneur. If I see a path of lesser resistance, I'm taking it. If they put XP potions in the game, I'm probably buying those. Maybe I have a problem. I don't know. I'm a gamer, man. Like, I'm gonna be playing with my friends. And, I mean, maybe the XP. If it was XP potions in Classic, I probably wouldn't buy it, to be honest. But if it was like in Wrath or something, I mean, you know, Classic, man. Like,
That's still recharging.
Classic is more than just, it's more than money. I don't care if people unsub from the channel. I don't care if they don't, if they unfollow, if they think I'm crazy, if they think I'm a old boomer or whatever. Classic for me, it goes beyond just like the hype beast of a new fresh or a project. Like, it's art, man. Classic WoW is art. It's music, it's history, it's nostalgia. It's the game of our generation, and I don't think we'll see another game like it. Maybe for the rest of our lives, as weird as that is. You know, maybe we're just doomed to the context of our times. But messing with the formula of that game is a slippery slope, my friends. It's a slippery slope. What do you think of the toggle for normal versus increased XP? I just don't think people will. If you give them that option to have faster XP, myself included, I'll never, for the rest of my time playing this game, level with slower XP. Battle for Azara needs to be implemented. You should really stop talking clearly to the blue post. All right, let me try to find it. Let me try to find it. Oh, here it is. Season of Mastery. Okay, good. I'll stop talking clearly to the post. Good call. By the way, this song's loud. Whatever it's called. Is this yo, can I crank this actually? I think it's going. I hope when you listen to this music, you kind of realize it's not really about a meta. It's not about getting 99s or 100s or getting rank 14. When you're messing with like the leveling and some of these things, you're changing this. The music speaks more than I ever could. I can't say anything to match the music. Get the good stuff right now. Yo, Shooter, thank you for that prime, brother. Which song is this? I think it's called, it's the Night Elf one, right? Something like a loon or something. Alright, let's take a look at this new blue post. Hello, there are a couple points we'd like to add to the discussion. We would like to make sure it's still viable to level alts in this accelerated time frame. Is this the one you're talking about, the new blue post? With that in mind, we're planning to take a look at mage boosting in the beta for this release. We have some ideas for adjustments we can make to reduce its impact, especially in its current hotspots like Maradon. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. The proposed increased XP gains are focused entirely on quest XP. We don't have any plans to increase other sources of XP at this time. This is it? This is what you want me to look at? I mean, yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying, don't mess with the leveling, man. Don't mess with the leveling and I will shut up. I will crawl into a corner and shut up. You'll never hear from me again. Just keep it the same, man. You know, even if it's a 5-10% increase, whatever it is, 15%, vanilla WoW leveling is an institution, man. Just let it be. It is the core element. It is the core element of the best iteration of this game that has ever been in the history of World of Warcraft. It is the core element that made it successful. So messing with like the pacing or the proprietary blend or all those factors that contributed towards that feel, bad idea. If you want to do experimental changes to vanilla WoW, do it endgame, sure. Add focus rank, debuff slots, sure. But the leveling? What does this mean for Road to Rag? Loud music? Hey man, can you bear with it? Let's see. Let's pick another slapper. Here we go. So there's a beta coming out in 5 days, boys. I'm not sure what the play is. I'm really not.
Cargos, why are you looking like a ghost, bro? Did you move?
I am moving Classic Bill. Thank you for the 5. All my stuff was put away in boxes, and I had to reassemble my computer real quick to throw the stream on, so we can talk about this. I don't know what the play is, though, guys. Playing on Fresh would be more hype. Playing on Fresh would get Blizzard support for the hardcore event, for the Road to Rag. Playing on Fresh would get more streamers. Playing on Fresh would have more people participating, more people watching. It's good for growth. It's good in all those ways, but it would also feel a bit weird as well. It would feel a bit weird. It has to be Fresh. They should restart Classic Era at this point. We can cope with this after the blue post. Fire 5096 will be grinded only for hardcore. Play on old servers? Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We could play Era, but here's my like concerns with playing on Era, right? If we play on Era and we walk into Molten Core and we're gonna go fight Ragnaros on Era servers, and these new and improved Classic Plus Fresh servers are out, and Ragnaros there's no debuffs on him, and he's harder and has like double the HP, it's almost gonna feels bad for us. They're gonna be like, look at these boomers playing on Era, you know. The new Ragnaros is out. Classic Plus is out. Imagine playing Vanilla WoW. Classic Plus is out, man. Why are you playing that old game, man? And, you know, that's a concern, man. I don't know. It would have to be like a real concerted effort from the community to almost just say, like, hey, you like Vanilla WoW how it is. Yeah, it has problems. It's not a perfect game, but it's still the best version of the game you ever made. And you just play Era. But it's tough, man. There's no decision being made. I already talked with, like, you know, a ton of the other mods and stuff. They're just like trying to sleep on it. Have a knee-jerk reaction or anything. You have your PKD too. Well, Carcas, I see your point. Even though HC killing Rag is still hard as fuck, even on Era. Yeah. So like it's sort of like there's got to be like a analogy for it. But in my mind, like all these changes with the Season of Mastery are slightly just overall cheapening the feel of Vanilla WoW. But once this becomes canon and once this becomes official, the old version of Vanilla WoW that we all know and love and have played for many years, that's going to look like the cheap one as well. So, I don't know. They just get rid of this though, I can live with everything else, man. I never really went to bat for the anti-boost thing. Maybe I should have more. I never really made a video. I've never made a tweet. Check my Twitter. I've tweeted like 7 times. I don't really... The more you complain on the internet, you're going to have a reputation of being like a boy who cries wolf, you know? The more you complain and start drama. I'm using one of those strikes right now, boys. I think you have like 2 passes before people call you just whiny. I don't think I've ever used them before. I'll take one of those. I'll use one of those cards right now. Just say, please, please, please remove this. Want to play Classic every year over and over again with Classic XP rate? Serious question though. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah. It's a good game. We don't know Classic Plus raids will be hard. Removing the debuff from it will change the meta. We don't like it. It's being hard. People acting like they will have the first new rag kill. No, we won't for sure on the Fresh. He'll be farmed for like weeks and weeks before he's in there. They just want to make it easier to level alts. But exactly, where do you sort of end that though, right? Isn't that how we sort of ended up to where we are right now? Going for quality of life and convenience? Oh, I don't feel like leveling in TBC, man. Like it's inaccessible. So let me do a boost to 58. That's it though, boys. I don't really have much else than that. Just wanted to talk about it for a second. Why don't all have it all day, every day to level? You want them to make servers and seasons for the 1% like you? I would like them to make a Fresh server with original Vanilla WoW values.
We don't all have all day.
Make it seasonal.
You want them to make servers and seasons for the 1% like you?
I don't really have all day, every day level. By the way, I have a new kid and stuff. I've been playing a couple hours per day recently. Hopefully it gets, hopefully it gets better. It gets better. I'll have more free time. But you don't need all day, every day to level. And it's not all about endgame. It doesn't have to be this obsession with endgame. The game starts at endgame. You know? I feel like, to go back to my original point, now that we have these different iterations of WoW to play, you have TBC, we'll soon have Wrath of the Lich King probably, we'll have Retail WoW to play. You know, the strength of Vanilla WoW is that it's its leveling is incredible, the atmosphere, the music, and also it's a sandbox. So we're trying to make Vanilla WoW more like something it's not, you know, which is an endgame-centric thing with harder bosses. And ultimately, boys, this is not really going to change that much. Ultimately, if I'm being trying to be as based as possible, this might only be like a 10% increase or something of leveling speed, but it's a bad omen. It's a step in a bad direction, you know. So I would just really prefer to not have it. But who am I? Who am I? I'm nobody. We're just gonna watch this come to. We're gonna watch this come to be, and there's shit we can do about it. I hate to see it. Away she goes. Summoning stones. When can we expect a hardcore pre-stream? Yeah. Away she goes, boys. That's all I got for you, though, man. I just wanted to say my piece on it. It's out there. I don't know what we're gonna do. But your feedback and the love and the support is much appreciated. I really do. I love you guys, man. I do, man. If I met any one of you guys in real life and I found out you like WoW Classic or something, I would probably be like good friends, buy each other beers and stuff. So it's coming from my friends, my friends. I'm gonna host somebody. I'm gonna host Peo. Peo's been pretty like, you know, vocal about.
I'm out of range. Inventory is full. It's too far away. Charging. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. Get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. short. Can't cast that.
What's on your mind? What's your back?
How may I help? The stars guide you.
I am honored. Farewell. Elune be with you. Go in peace. Feel free to browse.
My goods are of the highest quality. Illuminate.
Hello. Good luck. Hello. May the stars guide you.
dream be with you. This Vishnu, yeah. Them, Vishnu Allah. May the stars guide you.
You got my attention. Safe travel.
Feel free to browse.
Vishnu Allah. Be careful.
Welcome. Keep your feet on the ground.
Can I assist you? Good luck.
That's still recharging. That's well. Ready.
Hello. The next one.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I don't have a target. That's better. Wasn't ready. I can't cast it. I need to get closer. That's still recharging. I need to target something first. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I'm out of range. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready. I need to get closer. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. far away. I'm out of range.
What do you want from me?
That's still recharging. I'm out of range. Recharging. I can't cast that yet. It's too far away. I don't have a target. Excellent! That spell isn't ready.
Be good. What can I get for you today? Safe travels. I've the finest wires in the land. See you soon.
brings you here?
Talk to me. Up with you. Be seeing you. Greetings. Off and away.
Have a good one.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Usually I put something on TV, so we never think about you and me. But today I see our reflections clearly in Hollywood, laying on the screen. You just need a better life than this. You need something I can never give. Fake water all across the road. It's gone now, the night is come. But sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. You can't fight it, you can't breathe. You say something so loving, but now I gotta let you go. You'll be better off in someone new. I don't wanna be alone. You know it hurts me too. You look so broken when you cry. One more and then I say goodbye. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. I just wanna know what you're that look that's perfectly unsaid. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Heat waves been faking me out. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now.
Talk to me. Watch your back. Would you like to purchase something? Very good.
Hi.
Here's my confession. I've got a death wish. I'm in the fast lane.
See you soon.